Welcome to the field trip guide for a seed collection scavenger hunt. I'm going to take a few minutes to walk you through exactly how to have a successful field trip with your family or friend group, collecting different types of seeds that are plentiful in the fall and winter seasons. Now, before you head out to the field trip site, you're going to need to gather the following materials. You'll need some small collection materials. You can use envelopes, snack-size Ziploc bags, or my favorite, mini tool drawstring bags that you can easily grab at Dollar Tree. You'll also need a permanent marker and maybe some little scraps of paper because it's a good idea to label the species of plant the seed came from if you know it or can figure it out during the field trip. Then we recommend that you bring a larger container like a gallon-sized Ziploc bag or a plastic grocery bag to store the smaller seed collection containers inside of, just so they're not a mess in your backpack. And lastly, you'll need some scissors. These will come in handy for snipping off seed heads or seed pods directly into the individual collection bags. You might want to bring along a local field guide, our recommended extra resource for the Eastern United States, the Winter Weed Finder, or have the Seek app on hand if you think you're going to be interested in trying to identify the plants you're collecting seeds from. But this isn't absolutely necessary for a fun and interesting trip, so use your judgment on that one. If you're planning on doing the nature journaling portion of this month's module while you're on your field trip, you'll want to gather your nature journaling supplies and nature journaling guide as well. You can get a full list of what you'll need for this month's nature journaling activity in the nature journaling lesson later on in this module. Okay, so once you have your materials, you're ready to set out to your field trip location, right? So let's go over some characteristics for a good field trip location for this particular experience. And as usual, we strongly recommend that you scout out your field trip location before you load up the kids and friends in the car to do the field trip. You're going to have a much better field trip day and overall learning experience if you already know that they're going to have at least some success finding seeds wherever you take them. Now, in my opinion, the best field trip location for this one is a place that has a lot of different varieties of locations, like native meadows, wooded areas, and perhaps even a stream, pond, or lake. And I know in my neck of the woods, many state and local parks offer this type of landscape. So maybe you already have a favorite local place to go to explore nature. I certainly do. And that is going to make probably a wonderful place for this field trip because you'll be interacting with a familiar place and looking at it through a new lens. So basically anywhere that has trees, shrubs, and woody plants is going to be okay for this field trip. Now let's chat a little bit about what you're going to do when you're at the field trip location. In a nutshell, your goal will be to collect a variety of seeds to look at when you get home during the at-home seed observation activity. You're looking to find nuts, grasses, seed heads, seed pods, berries, fruits, and pine cones. Before I talk about the three sort of styles of seed collecting, let me briefly show you how to collect different types of seeds using your collection containers. For plants with multiple seeds in one cluster, like grasses or seed heads of flowers, we suggest that you put your collection container over the seed head and then snip it off. This will keep most of the seeds attached and inside, giving you more to look at when you get home. Now for plants in a pod, like milkweed, just take one entire pod and put it in one of your collection containers. Pods are generally ready when they're mostly closed and brown. You'll collect berries or other fruits in a plastic container or bag just to avoid accidental staining, especially with the berries. We're going to offer 3 ways to collect seeds during this field trip. The way you choose to go about your collecting depends on what will work best for you and your family. So method 1, I'm calling free range seed collection. You're going to simply collect each type of seed in its own container and label it if possible. You're going to encourage your learners to be self-directed and to explore their surroundings to find different types of seeds. Now, method 2 is a scavenger hunt style of seed collecting. We actually made a really handy scavenger hunt page in this field trip guide for you to use. You can find it at the very end of the PDF. You'll just use the PDF to search for specific categories of seeds, and you can collect multiple examples of each category. And this way, you'll create a diverse seed collection to take a peek at when you get home. Method 3 is basically take only photos. Some areas, seed collecting is not going to be permitted, And if you're not planning on doing the at-home seed observation, or you can't collect the seeds to bring home, you can still participate if all you do is take photos of different seeds you find using a smartphone or camera. You can do this method with or without the scavenger hunt page, but of course you're going to need a smartphone for each person or group of people that participate in this way. Now, once you've had enough seed collecting, you can either do the nature journaling activity or just head home to take a closer look at your seeds with the at-home activity, seed observation, and classification. Have fun!